It's been a bit over a week ever since the new 1.6 update dropped for Stardew Valley. I've been having a blast exploring the new content, and I hope so are you. Today we're gonna be taking a look at all 3 new festivals, what attractions they offer, when and in which season they start, basically everything there is to it. Starting off with the biggest addition, the Desert Festival. This is a yearly 3-day event starting from spring the 15th to the 17th. This event requires the bus to be repaired to be able to access it, so you will most likely visit it for the first time during the second year, unless you somehow manage to get over 42,000 gold in the first 2 weeks of spring. I'm sure it's possible, but I'm way too casual for this. You can visit the desert as soon as Pam arrives at the bus stop, though the event officially starts at 10 AM and is open until 2 AM. In case Pam is attending the festival herself, she will place a sign in front of the bus saying that you can drive it yourself. Also, Sandy's shop is not open during the festival. She'll be standing outside with Emily, but you can still enter the oasis and go to the casino. The most interesting part about this event are the Calico eggs. Unlike other festivals, most stores here require Calico eggs as currency. These eggs can be obtained doing various tasks, for example, Willy's fishing quests, correctly answering the Scholar's questions, this one trash can behind the merchant, winning the race, or from completing the Skull Caverns quests. These eggs are only available during this 3-day event. They carry over for each day, but will disappear from your inventory once the festival is over. So it's recommended to spend everything you have, and also these don't give gold upon selling them. But I'm getting ahead of myself here. There is a lot to do at the Desert Festival, so let's take a look at all the different activities and attractions. Upon exiting the bus, you'll see a small restaurant stall to your left side, which provides free meals each day during the festival. The chef will ask you 3 different questions, what you'd like to have, and then cook a unique dish which can have different buffs or effects, depending on your choice. Here's a list of all the different outcomes. Next to the oasis is Emily's and Sandy's outfit service. Each day you can enter the booth and a small cutscene will play. Upon exiting, you will have a brand new set of clothes on you. This can only be done once per day, and don't worry, you still keep your old clothes. They will be placed in your inventory. Down at the bottom of the map, in front of this little pond, is the cactus salesman that will give you 1 free cactus per festival. I got this cute cat cactus, but there's a few other variants you can get, which you can see on this image right here. Villagers also have their own shops during the event. Each day, 2 random people may open up their stalls and sell various goods and items in exchange for Calico eggs, with the exception of Pierre, who sells you 200 eggs for 150 gold. The shops are open from 12 PM to 12 AM. Villagers who attend their stalls are still available for talking, gifting, and completing quests. You can just walk through the back of the shops and interact with them. This is probably my favorite thing about this whole event. Not only can you get some pretty rare stuff like a prismatic shard from Emily, but also exclusive furniture pieces like all of Penny's spouse furniture pieces, which up until now you could only get if you romanced her. All of the romance candidates will also have their weapons in stock, which have been in the game files for a pretty long time, but you could never actually obtain these unless you use the cheat menu. Harvey sells a radio desk and model planes, which look amazing, and the utmost important one, a chicken decal from Shane. This is so cute. I've only mentioned a few of the available items, there's a lot more, so here's a list of all the available stock from each villager. You can pause if you want, but you can also find these on the wiki, of course. Moving to the right side of the screen, where you can talk to the race announcer and win 20 Calico eggs for each race won. The first race starts at 10 AM and the last one is at 11 PM. The 5 possible candidates are King Sting, Speed Rooster, Shoe Biscuit, Escargot, and the Cactus Crawler. Only 3 out of these will race each day. I've had the most luck with King Sting the Scorpion, but I'm not sure what the data on these races are. Also, you can cheat the race by giving the suspicious man next to the oasis 1 Calico egg in exchange for one of the race contendants of your choice to lose. During the festival, Harvey has a medical station next to the egg merchant. If you pass out while in the cave, you will wake up next to him without losing any energy or gold. Speaking of the Skull Cave, Jill and Marlon have their own little booth and will offer you 2 daily quests that can be completed while exploring the cave. There's 3 different types of quests you can get: Monster Hunt, Deep Dive, and Treasure Hunt. The Skull Cavern itself also has a few new additions during the event. There's Calico egg mining nodes that can yield 1 to 3 eggs, and Calico statues that can be randomly found on different floors. These cat-like statues can give you either buffs or debuffs upon activating them. I'm not exactly sure if these are luck-based or just completely random, but here's a list of all the different effects that you may or may not get. Talking to Jill will give you the option to submit the highest egg rating for prizes. You can see your current egg rating while in the mines. This goes up the more levels you explore. Here's a list of all the different rewards you can get from him. Willy offers 1-day fishing quests near this little pond in front of the cave and rewards you with Calico eggs. There's only 3 different types of quests, including catch 3 sandfish, catch a scorpion carp, and to find his golden bobber, which will appear in the first treasure chest you'll fish up. To the right side next to the egg merchant is the scholar. He will ask you 4 questions, and upon answering everything correctly, he will reward you with 50 eggs. This can only be done once per day, so if you fail, you can retry on the next day. He will only give you the reward once per festival though. These questions are random, but the how many steps have you taken will always be a middle option. You can check your steps count in the casino from this terminal. Here's a list of all the available questions. Above the desert trader is the Calico egg merchant. He sells an assortment of various goods in exchange for Calico eggs. He has a permanent stock that includes food items, mystery boxes, and new hats. The rotating stock has exclusive furniture pieces that can only be bought from the egg merchant. Here's a list of all the pieces. The traveling cart will also appear on all 3 days during the event. She will sell the usual randomized goods, but in exchange for gold and not eggs. As mentioned before, right behind the egg merchant is a trash can that provides a random amount of eggs each day. Linus also has a chance of visiting the desert festival, and you can get some free friendship points with him while going through the trash can if he's close by. And lastly, the shrouded figure. This guy offers you a teleport back home for 250 gold, same as the one during the night market. Moving on to the 2 new mini festivals, which are the Trout Derby and the Squid Fest. The Trout Derby is a yearly 2-day event during the summer from the 20th to the 21st. It starts at 6:10 AM and lasts the entire day. You can already spot a sign before the day of the event informing you about the Trout Derby. The festival stall is located in the Cindersap forest near Marnie's ranch. This is called a mini festival since stores and shops are still open and accessible. During the event, you can fish in the river to catch rainbow trouts, which can be caught all day long regardless of the weather. Each rainbow trout has a chance to give a golden tag, which can be exchanged for prizes at the Derby booth. I'm just gonna read off the wiki what the chances are of getting a golden tag. If you catch a rainbow trout, there's a 33% chance to get a tag. This is multiplied by the number of trouts you caught, meaning there's a 66% chance to get a tag when 2 rainbow trouts are caught at once, and a 99% chance when 3 are caught at once. Only 1 golden tag can be obtained per catch, even if you caught multiple fish. So, how do you get multiple fish? Assuming you already have access to challenge bait, which makes it so that you can catch 3 fish at once. It's also recommended to craft a bait maker to obtain rainbow trout bait, so that you will have an increased chance of getting those. I personally was using a sonar bobber during the event, which was a great help. This lets you see what fish you have on the hook before wasting your time on a pike or a dorado, which are just so irritating to catch. Once you get a golden ticket, you can head to the festival booth and trade it in for a reward. The first reward is always a tent kit. Afterwards, you can get 10 of these possible prizes. You can get some pretty decent stuff, like mystery boxes, quality sprinklers, and this really cool mounted trout. Let's move on to the last mini festival, which is the Squid Fest. This is a yearly 2-day event during winter from the 12th to the 13th. Same as the Trout Derby, it starts from 6:10 AM and lasts the entire day. Shops and stores also remain open during the event. As the name suggests, this is all about catching squid. Squids can be caught all day long for exchange of different prices. There's 4 different tiers of prices you can acquire, which you can see on the sign next to the festival booth. Copper, iron, gold, and iridium tiers. These are daily goals and the prices change from one day to the next. You can see how many squids you've caught that day at the top left corner of your screen. Here's a list of all the possible rewards you can get. Some are random, but others are guaranteed, like the art of crabbing. Squids can be pretty annoying to catch, so it's once again recommended to get some squid bait from the bait maker, and maybe also a cork bobber to increase the size of your fishing bar. And there you have it, everything you need to know about the new festivals in Stardew Valley. If I forgot something, or you have any more info about certain events, then please let me know in the comments down below. I hope you found this video helpful, and if you did, please leave a like, it helps out so much. And thanks for watching.